All right. Same as last time. Anyone want to say hi to Riley?
No.
Very muted hellos for Riley. Very good. Okay. Vocab. When's your quiz, fellas?
Tuesday.
Very good. Early next week. Second time I see you, I assume this Tuesday. Who'd like to start? Oh, very good. Alias. Yeah. Different, fake, something like that. Good. Who's next, sir? Incessant.
Wait, I.
Oh, girl.
I'm not good. I'm the boy.
You did what?
I'm the boy. You said
Okay.
Harrison, you got that.
All right. Incessant.
I've heard Hudson say it so many times, but like
You might even say he said it incessantly.
it doesn't stop. Like not okay, yeah, non-stop.
All right. Axel. Who's next?
Bailey.
Discern.
To accurately understand.
To judge correctly, accurately understand. Yeah, all those things. Who's next, man? Pious.
Yes,
Using your religion.
Very good. To mean it. Who's next, man? Indolence.
Can I get a hint?
Can you get what?
Can I get a hint?
In the book, he's talking about a sloth, and the sloth's indolence. Laziness. Yes. Okay. Who? Tartar. Trifling. Okay. I don't know why. Who's next?
We don't. No, laying down and relax.
Repose, to be in a restful position. Oftentimes lying down, something like that. Who's next, Daddy? Wesley. Acuity.
Like mental source.
Very good. That's how it gets used in the book anyway. Who's next, ma'am?
Philip.
Elicited. Wait, didn't you already not get one?
Yeah.
Girl.
Go.
Big, strong man. Whatever you want, man. What? Elicited?
Oh. I forgot both of them.
Somebody help Philip out. Yeah.
Bro, I don't like the rest of it. You just
What word is it?
To necessitate a response, Philip.
What word is
Oh.
it?
Elicited.
T-Pain, you just chose the two that I forgot.
I didn't choose them. MC, who's next? Bow. Actually, I guess Harrison already went. That's why he's tapped out.
No, I did not say that.
You guys can tag team this. Bow.
Oh, tree branch.
Very good. Who's next, Harrison?
She's like T-Pain.
Me with bears.
I got Harrison. Buddy.
Abiding.
What?
Abiding.
Oh.
T-Pain, can I click it?
Long lasting. Very good. Hudson, who's next?
What's the next?
Me.
You've already gone, sir.
JR does. He just raised his hand.
JR.
It's like happiness, isn't it? It's like
What's up, guys?
I was wondering if we had a quiz.
You'll see. You'll all see. It's meant to be ominous. Did it come across as ominous?
Yeah, it did.
Good.
He's scared. He had me come from back.
Good. I like it. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
it's like joy. It's like happiness. I don't know how to explain it. I forgot.
Somebody help JR with benevolent. Kind, caring, generous. Did you hear what we said there? Because you seem to.
Kind and caring.
There you go. Very good. All right. Now you gotta take out your books. You gotta put your laptops away. Unfortunately.
Holy smokes, man.
I know it's very sad. The weird Roblox games you guys play, you have to put away.
Can I use the restroom?
We're not men.
T-Pain, you're very uncultured.
That's fine.
Like my Roblox games. Can I take notes about what we're talking about? Because I was
That's fine.
learning,
That's
Eating a good channel.
and it's currently on my desk.
Oh, you say you don't have the book?
Yeah, we got extras.
For just this purpose.
No! I didn't know you were gonna reach for it. I was gonna chuck it on your desk. Miscommunication. Okay. Ever had the book? Oh, you need one too. I don't want you to feel left out, sir.
Body paragraph 3. Oh, should I go to my locker?
Yes. Oh yeah, body paragraph is due today.
Oh, I thought that meant like a third one.
No, it's due to third day.
gotta turn it in.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Everybody got their books? Here we go. Page 235. Go ahead and find it for me. Page 235. It's very close to the end of this week's reading, so obviously we've all gotten there, right? Context for this section. Bailey's going to need help. Bailey needs help. All right. This is actually the chapter where he runs across the oil tanker, and he's dealing with that, right? What I want you to do, read over this page, and I'm telling you now, there are at least 2 legit quotations on this page. We need some work here. We need some more practice. Read over this page. Keep it to yourself for a minute. I want everybody to have a shot. See if you can find at least one of them. One of the quotable passages on this page. Go for it. All right. Who'd like to take a shot? A quotation you found. JR, what's up?
Like the first one. I don't know if it's like, it's kind of on the other page too. This one is like, pity there's no peace like peace.
Where's that?
Of an inner courtyard on the sunny day.
Oh, at the very top of the page.
I think maybe, I
Why did you guys choose that one?
don't know, it sounded interesting. Talking about pity and like peace. And there's no inner courtyard.
Yeah.
This is very specific.
I mean, yeah. No peace like the peace of an inner courtyard on a sunny day. It's like possible you could maybe do a little bit something like that. I'm gonna have to reject it in this moment though. That's not. There's definitely 2 that are a good deal stronger than that one on the page. Elise, what's up?
Is it like the ship slid by from like seems like a mile and it's like a canyon wall? And like
You gotta read it, man. Not everybody knows what you're talking about.
a black canyon wall, a mile of castle fortification, with not a single sentinel to notice us languishing in the night.
The ship slid by for what seemed like a mile of high black canyon wall, a mile of castle fortification with not a single sentinel to notice us languishing in the moat. You gotta mean it. Anyway, that is actually one of the quotations. Let's talk about this. Firstly, does anyone remember when we quote why? For language. What does that mean though?
To me, that means more than what it says.
So it needs to mean more than what it says explicitly on the page, okay? So for instance, the example you guys rolled with, Carter and JR, I don't think it's bad. I think it would be hard to work with though. And a good test is translate that, like put that into your own words. What is he saying there in the sentence you guys chose? What do you think he means?
The most peaceful thing is the inner courtyard on it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's like define peace. Like,
And then like.
Okay. Now, what you've just done is called paraphrase. You put a thing into your own words. The test for a good quotation is, when you paraphrase it, do you lose anything? Does something get lost in that translation? To ask it another way, when you guys put it into your own words, do you feel like you're basically saying the same thing he's saying?
I guess the first part, but the spices, but I don't know.
Like there's no peace, like
It's like he's relating that piece to.
I don't know really the most peaceful place is the inner courtyard on the sunny day.
My point is, it's pretty similar, guys. You're not losing much.
I mean, yeah. So are you supposed to be losing something?
To pass the test, yes. If you can put it in your own words and you lose something that seems important, there's a pretty good chance that's a quotation worth analyzing. Okay? So, let's think about the one Elise pulled, because that is one of the ones that's on the page. Elise, if you could, if possible, what stood out to you about this sentence? Like,
It's a metaphor.
good. Which aspect?
The canyon wall, the castle fortification.
Yeah. Like, he's not literally looking at those things, right? Like, what is he literally looking at?
Oil tanker.
Yeah. Harrison, you got to move somewhere, man. You're killing me. Can you come sit over here behind Lila? I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah. So listen, the fact that it's a metaphor automatically, JR, automatically means more is happening on the page than is explicitly stated. Right? So it passes the first test. The second test, though, we got to see what kind of work we can do with it. The canyon wall, the castle fortification, dealer's choice. Which one would you like to try to start with? Which one interests you more, if that's possible?
I don't know.
Pick one. Pick one. I know it's a lot of pressure.
What? Well, which one's better, the castle wall or the canyon of fortification?
I was looking at the line after that.
We'll come to you in a second. We'll see about that. All right. It sounds like you guys are leaning toward castle. Let's go with castle.
Yes.
So check it out. We haven't had this discussion in a little while. We're going to re-up on it. It's a conversation about denotation versus connotation. Does anyone recall any of this?
Connotation is positive and negative.
It can be, but that's not actually what that means. A denotation, guys, is a dictionary definition.
Oh.
Right? So, what's the denotation of castle fortification? What are we talking about? What is that?
Wall.
A castle wall. That's all we're talking about. Yeah. Connotation, which is what we're interested in when we talk about analysis. When we talk about analysis, we're interested in connotation. What that means, Harrison. What ideas do you associate with castle fortification? What could that imply?
Garden.
You both spoke at the same time. What? Hold on. Here and then here. What? You said what?
Building.
Building. Oh.
Because you said, I don't know what fortification means. I thought that was.
It's a wall. It's just a wall. What do you say?
Highly guarded.
Oh, yeah, like protection, defense, something like that. Good. What did you say?
It's like a king.
Oh, yeah, there's an implication of like power or something.
Something important on the other side.
True. Okay. Anything else that comes to mind when you think of castle fortification? Any other ideas that might be in play, essentially?
Like he can't get in.
That's interesting. And that's also, by the way, Pi's big problem, right? Because he would like to very much, but he can't.
So you can't always get out either, depending on.
Maybe, but yeah, maybe. But in this case too, I mean, to bring it back specifically to the book, the way that castle walls defend, the opposite way to think of it is they keep things out. Pi is being kept out, you know? Okay. Anything else come to mind, guys, before we do the next thing we're going to do with this, with castle walls, castle fortifications?
I think it's giving the impression that there is defense because they're under attacking someone.
I mean, it can, although again, in this case, I don't
We
know.
don't want people to
'Cause-
get in.
Well, you gotta, generally speaking, yes. But in this particular case, I don't know that the dudes on the tanker are worried about being attacked. You know what I mean? I get, well, maybe the size of it, I don't know how useful this would be, but it helps defend them like from the elements, like from the ocean and stuff. The size of it, I guess.
It's just so much bigger than Pi.
Well, so that's one thing I wanted to get at. The size of it. Castle walls are big, you know. What we're doing right now, by the way, this is called inventorying. We're simply jotting down a lot of possibilities. Will we use all of these? Probably not. Will some of them come in handy? Yeah, probably so. Now then, canyon wall. Talk to me about that. What are some connotations there?
It's huge.
It's also large, which is interesting because that seems like now, joining that with the castle fortification conversation we had, that maybe that's on Pi's mind. Maybe that matters. What else?
I feel like canyon walls are just like, you can't get across them. Like, even more so than a castle. It's just like, there's like no way up. It's just like blank. It's just like.
Okay, so go ahead.
You're starting down. Like, I feel like this is gonna sound kind of weird. So when you're thinking of castle wall, you're on the ground and you're looking up. But when you're in a canyon, you're already farther down than where you started.
I didn't follow the last thing you said.
So
I sit down looking up.
Well, yeah.
No,
but-
because from Pi's perspective, he's in the canyon looking up at it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Never mind. It doesn't make sense.
Well, listen, no, but that's fine. Listen, part of what you've highlighted too, you have to the best of your ability, divorce yourself from your assumed perspective and put yourself into the context of the book. I understand what you're getting at, I think, is more often than not, when you think about a canyon, you're like up top. And be
I
like,
was saying you're starting like it's looking up at a canyon wall, is what it sounds like. You're starting way farther down than where you started.
where he
But-
started.
Never mind. It doesn't make sense.
That's the part of my fun.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh. He's just in the bottom of the canyon. Like, he didn't start anywhere. You lost me somewhere, but all right. The salient point is he's at the bottom of the canyon. Are you going to fly away or something, man? What-
Yeah, I'm trying to build a statue.
I feel like there's just like, Peter Pan, I feel like there's just like no hope. Like, if you're at the bottom of a canyon, you're kind of just trapped, like in a canyon, looking up.
Yeah.
Like at the top is like a space, and like the top of the canyon.
Well, so, yeah,
But
let's...
You can't get there because canyons are kind of just like impassable when you can't. There's nothing
That's a
you
very
can do.
fancy word. Yes. So Addie, the deal with a canyon wall is terribly difficult to climb, you would say. The sense for Pi that he's trapped in some capacity, can't get up, he would very much like to. All of those things, right? And all of a sudden, it sounds pretty similar to a conversation we had about what?
Ooh.
Like 5 seconds ago.
The castle.
About the castle wall. So now we understand, now we could begin to argue maybe that aside from saying, man, that's really big, and those other ideas that we had, there's something here about, and you put it pretty well, I'm gonna hate to like paraphrase it. Could you say it one more time? Try.
He's like, wait, what part?
You were talking about the canyon wall, the impassability,
He can't get up, but there's just like no hope of getting up.
It was the hopeless quality. That's the thing I was gonna
Yeah,
miss when I
'cause when you're
paraphrased.
bottom
Yeah.
of the canyon, you just, there's no hope.
You got no shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's think about this. What we could not argue in a single body paragraph necessarily is that Pi is hopeless or feels hopeless. That's not enough. That's character motivation, okay? But if we can join that to another idea in the book, hopefully another idea in this quotation, we can apply that to a larger argument, okay? Now here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to lead you guys a little bit. What are some other things we said about the castle wall, the canyon wall? How else are they similar? What else is going on?
Both big.
They're both huge.
Gigantic.
Yeah. And does that in a way, really, mostly, I think, therein lies their insurmountability. Like the fact that they're so big is what makes them so impassable, right? Okay. Does Pi, is he ever interested in anything else that you could describe as large? Does he ever think about things in terms of their size?
Not really.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No.
Mm.
Yeah.
He does.
Does.
He does.
Yeah.
Do you have a thought as to what it might be?
Like the ocean.
That'd be one.
He
That'd be
knows
one.
The sky, the moon, and the sun on their
Just
eyes.
how big all of that is, and how what's his problem in that particular context?
He always says he's just like a point in this whole universe that's like
Mhm.
not really even important, and so it's like selfish for him to care about it, but like he does.
Well, that's one of the ways he talks about it. But yeah, I mean, essentially, his big problem being lost in the ocean is he's so small comparatively. Like the big wall he has to cross in that metaphor is to be found or to find someone, and it feels insurmountable, it feels hopeless, right? To be lost in all that. All right. Do you talk about anything else in a similar way to what we've been talking about just now? Anything else that's really large, maybe feels insurmountable in some way? We're getting really close to an interesting thing.
In
What's
the
up?
book?
Yeah. Where else?
The world.
The world?
Never.
Well, yeah, it's just kind of vague. I mean, like,
He spends his
maybe.
whole life in the ocean. So I don't know.
He didn't spend his whole life in the ocean.
I mean, like the whole life in the book.
No, I mean, he's in India for a good while, and in the modern day, he's in Canada talking to this dude, you know. What else is he, what other big thing is he interested in?
Religion.
Nah, look at that. What about it, though? Listen, hang on, I'm gonna lead you again just a little bit. Listen. if we accept, definitely his description of the tanker is a metaphor. Okay, this guy likes metaphors, by the way. If we also suppose, you could argue, the way he talks about the ocean, being lost in its vastness, could maybe even also be a metaphor in a way. Might it be possible to apply that to the way Pi thinks about religion in some capacity? What's so big? What's the big insurmountable thing or things when it comes to his discussion of religion?
It's unknown. Like, not unknown, but like.
What's
something
unknown?
about,
What
like,
I
unknown.
think of that I wrote.
Oh, it lets him see the unknown, kind of.
Does it?
No.
I don't know.
There's so many like religions to explore. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
When-
so he likes being part of something big.
it feels like something to live for.
Well, does he talk about the religions as something big though?
Not really. Because to him, he feels close to God.
Well, but this is a sidebar, but it can help us because we're trying to think about how he talks about these ideas. What does he compare a religion to?
Is it
Specifically, what in a zoo?
animal? No, the
The
enclosure.
The enclosure. Remember, that's his defense of religion. He says people that argue against zoos, the same way people argue against religion. Okay. My point is, I think, in that metaphor, the religion is not the big thing. What's the big thing?
The unknown.
The unknown. Isn't that what the ocean is? Isn't that what the tanker is? At least in terms of like, how am I going to get up there? Like it's the unknown. Slightly different thing to say about the tanker, but I'll set that aside. But the point is, he's considering size in the book all the time. And one way to think about it, and there's other ways to think about it, religion for Pi limits the unknown, right? Because it gives you that enclosure. Like, I know this space, it's much smaller, but I know this space and I feel safe in that, right? That helps me. If you get outside of that, all of a sudden it's huge and impassable maybe, right? Due to that size. In that metaphor, Philip, what would be this like large unknown he's even talking about when it comes to religion, do you think? Huh?
Like power.
Power?
Like, come on.
Also, so you guys gotta help me with the time. I just realized because I can't check it. What time is it? 12:10. Oh, we got 20 more minutes together, guys.
Holy
Is it
smokes.
Huh?
that? So like that.
Death could be part of it. How so? What's the big deal about death? What's so big about death?
You don't really know.
Like, what happens after?
I mean, you know, but like, you can't.
Do you know?
Not really.
I mean, usually no.
You believe, but you don't.
Yeah. Well, that's his whole
You
thing.
can't see it.
That's his whole thing. All right, so here's the point. He talks about these big, you would hear it characterized as big questions, hard questions, that if you just thought about them all day, maybe they would eat you up, right? And he says, I love how you dial in every like 20 seconds. Anyway, he says, religion gives you a framework to kind of work around that and understand that, like not be so scary, right? All these things. The point to all of that is this conversation about size, you could argue, somehow ties into his conversation about religion, existence, as it factors into that. Maybe existence even is the great unknown, this big crazy thing, right? Yeah.
So if he says religion is like a cage, right?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people in their religions will say like, hey, like, because they believe in it so much, they'll say, hey, I'll follow this religion.
Yeah.
And if it's not true, then I've lived my life, but if it is true, I've devoted my life to this that has, like, ultimately made me into, like, the person I promised to be. Like,
Yeah.
how would it be, like, a cage in that instance? Like, is he saying you can't live free when you're under a religion?
We did talk about this.
Probably.
We did. It's his whole argument. Again, well, first of all, he calls them enclosures, not cages, because understand the phrasing, like, sounds different. His point is, when you're out in the wild, he's talking about animals, but when he does that, he's talking about us.
I heard that part.
When you're out in the world and you're free, he says you're not really free, because you're being dictated to by all these different forces. In this case, all these different questions that are like scary or whatever. And you can't really live how you would want to, because instead you're living according to being worried about all those questions. If you step into an enclosure, which in Pi's case is a belief system, is a religion, that offers you questions, that offers you a framework. It keeps you out of that unknown. Like, I know how this particular religion
Oh, so you're
operates.
saying religion is a good thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he was arguing it as like when it's an enclosure. That it's
But if he doesn't want to be in
Because
the
like I know he thinks.
He loves zoos, he loves
Exactly.
religion, so he's talking about them in the same, yeah.
Wait, if he doesn't want to like be, he doesn't want to be an unknown though, because he like likes the religion. So like.
Yeah.
But isn't the oil the unknown? The oil tanker?
I would say in this case, the ocean is the unknown,
Oh.
you know? Like,
How are you getting that?
how am I getting, well, the way he talks about, he, at one point, one of my favorite parts about this, when he talks about the ocean, he says his life, like in the ocean, is defined by just this circle of what he can see.
I got you.
And he says he's floating around all the time, and it's only always just that circle, and he just has nothing else, right? And he, I guess he knows what's in that circle, but the problem is, he knows there's way more outside of it, just forever and ever and ever. That he, you know.
But in this quote, isn't the
Yeah.
oil tanker the unknown? Because it's like that canyon or whatever.
Well, I almost wonder if it's fairer than, and this is why we're testing it, right? I wonder if it's fairer than to say the wall, the canyon wall, the castle fortification, are those walls of an enclosure. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
The same kind of walls that would keep you out also keep you in.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows his lifeboat, he knows his life on the boat.
To be in the, I got you.
I think if he could, he would
I
definitely
think
choose
that
to be
is
on the
like-
tanker. He's trying to, right?
So
but-
it's the enclosure.
But
But
he
he
can't get outside of that one. Yeah,
I
he
got
can't get to the other one. Because they can't see him. They can't see outside of their own enclosure, you could argue. Right? Cool. All right. Another brief conversation we need to have, fellas. Another brief. The salient point there, if you took nothing away from all that, because I feel like at a certain point, Elise and I were just chatting, I would say that the book is concerned with really big questions. Pi is out on the water on his own. He's dealing with really big ideas. He has a lot of time to think, you know. And one of his answers for that is religion. But the point is that maybe that's just part of living, is having to deal with those questions on your own and figure them out. But the flip side to that would be, if they are walls, if they are castle fortifications, they can also feel insurmountable on your own. You can't do that on your own. Maybe you need help of some kind or something. All right. Lorraine, I didn't forget. You said you had another quotation.
Wait, I didn't-
Yeah, okay. Oh, wait.
Sorry, Lorraine, but I-
Brief reprieve.
So
Yeah.
like, if we were writing a paragraph about this quote, can you
Yeah.
just like summarize what we would write about, like,
Oh, God.
based on like that conversation? Because like,
Well, it's so much easier when you have it written. Doing it in the air is difficult. You set up the quotation, obviously, all that standard stuff, and then you dig into the language. So the words that really matter here: castle fortification, canyon wall. It's the fact that they're large, they're insurmountable. They keep things out, but they also keep things in. And you kind of see where that goes in terms of this whole conversation we're having about religion and the unknown, basically. You could talk about one, or both, actually. What time is it?
You got 15, sir.
15? Wow. All right, we definitely got to move to this, I guess.
Are you saying wow because we've been here a short amount of time or long?
15, time flies, you know, when you're having fun.
The last time we asked him was 20 minutes. And
Time's
I was
been
like,
freezing.
I would disagree. Okay, so, Lorraine, what was your other quotation?
It was like a part of this one that we just did.
Okay.
The last part. After it's like, so the mile house fortification, obviously, we talked about that. With not a single sentinel to notice this languishing in the note. I mean, I know it's kind of connected to that, but.
What drew you to, I mean, that's not the one I'm thinking of, and it's technically, yeah, but we can talk about it for a second. What drew you to that? What stood out to you?
I think it was just with everything else that it kind
Okay.
of.
I mean, the single sentinel is potentially interesting because that's a weird word for like dude who watches. And And languishing is an interesting verb, but that is also what they're doing. So like, you know,
Like the last sentence of the page is kind of, it was less of like describing everything. Because I feel like most of this page is just describing what happens, obviously.
Yes.
But there, it's just like, I feel like it was
You're saying the very last sentence on the page?
yeah.
Okay, Aiden, what's up?
I was looking at like he turned and went woof woof, but not dog like, it was tiger like.
I was just looking at that one.
We're gonna talk about that, and then we're gonna talk about Lorraine's. Why would you guys choose that one? Help me understand.
The fact that he's relating a dog to a tiger.
Yeah. Translate it though. What is he saying? In your own words.
A tiger.
My bad, T. I did not think those were gonna like explode everywhere.
A tiger's really long.
Hey guys.
Lock in.
I understand there was a gummy explosion and that's an issue, but listen, this is the very brief and important conversation we're trying to have, relatively speaking. Could you say it one more time, Aiden? Could you put it in your own words, please, this quotation?
A tiger's barking at something.
Yes. Again, the test would be, do we lose anything by paraphrasing that quotation? I would say no. So what does that mean? It doesn't work, man. I understand that it's weird. Like, it's just an odd thing to say. This tiger sounds like a dog. But isn't it also kind of like imagine somebody told you this, dude, I got this great story, amazing story. Oh yeah, what is it? Dude, I saw this tiger the other day. He sounded like a dog. And you're like, and? No, that's it. You suck at stories. Like, there's just nothing there. There's nothing more there.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we on the part where they like interview him and they get his stories?
No.
Dude,
No.
He saw the ocean. So
That's at the end. That's at the end.
someone's been reading.
Lorraine. Someone watched the movie. Lorraine.
I have not watched the movie.
Good.
It's a movie?
Never watch movies. Lorraine. Can you read the quotation you pulled? Because that is the other one, actually.
After so many weeks of natural sounds, these mechanical noises were strange and awesome and sudden in the silence.
You guys are being terribly rude to Lorraine right now, just so you're... Okay. Lorraine, what drew you to that quotation? I'm just curious.
I think the way he described the mechanical sound, he said strange and awesome and like, but they're just it's just a boat.
Yeah. Well, look, another test is, if you, a professor of mine would say, if you stood on a street corner, like in New York City or something, for a year, do you think it'd be possible you would hear someone say this? And this particular quotation is odd. So maybe it passes that test.
I think you would.
Yeah? We'll see.
Say the quotation.
We'll
Or
see.
just hear them say
The other
anything.
day, I was like, somebody stood on
The
the corner,
quotation.
street corner and took pictures for like
I
years.
saw that.
But I think it was AI because all people were wearing like the same color scheme with all their clothes. Like, it was the same 3 colors.
No,
Wait,
there's
T-Pain,
one about
yeah.
the stood on the New York corner for 20
Slightly
years.
fit.
Yeah.
And he put it on.
Okay, no, we'll get back to it, yes.
But it was like the same
I
people.
think AI is gonna take
So,
over
like,
jobs
I
and
don't know,
that's like.
it wasn't cheap.
In some capacity, undoubtedly.
I've looked.
Yeah.
It already is.
Okay, I'm not a real person. You guys didn't know that?
I would believe it. Honestly,
I mean,
I would believe it.
Okay, fellas. Let's talk about this quotation. First of all, what is he talking about? What is the mechanism he's describing here?
The boat.
No, but I mean, like, he's saying something is happening to him.
Oh, I got you.
What's up?
It's like he's been away from civilization for so long that like, the thought of it, or like experiencing a little bit of it, it's just like amazing because it makes him feel like he's back in the real world and not like alone again.
So, slow down. You skipped, that's called a leap. You made such a leap at the end. I was with you until a certain point. Do you happen to know when that point was?
I forget what I said.
Say what you said again. You can do it. I'll show you where the leap is.
He hears the mechanical noises and it's like a little bit of civilization now.
Yep.
It's just been like so long that like it's just like the civilization is like it's bringing him back into.
No. He doesn't say that. Go back and look at it. He does not say that. Everything you had was dead on, But you gave us that last part. That's an assumption on your part. That's not in the book, okay? What he says is, he'd been so long away from sounds like these. Because where has he been? The ocean. You know? So like for weeks or months or whatever. Then when he hears it again, it's crazy. It sounds insane. Look, the only, I think, comparison point we would have, you ever been in your house and you've lost power for like a hot minute?
Yeah.
And you start hearing, and it's just weird. First of all, how quiet it is, but then also maybe you hear other things, and those sounds are strange too, like alien to you. They were always there, but because you hear them now in this context that you're completely not used to, they sound strange. That's what he's describing, okay? Here's what, yeah, what's up?
Oh.
Okay, what's up? I'd always rather you talk. What's up?
Just give me a second.
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you're out in the ocean for as long as Pod was.
Yeah.
And like, I know, I guess you said this was based off a real story kind of. Like, do you think at some point it's like you've been out there for so long that it's hard for you to integrate back into society?
He talks about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is. They have, yeah, there's stories like that all throughout history of people like that have been gone for a long time or whatever, having a real trouble. Yeah. Okay, where were we? Oh, interesting language. In the other quotation we dug into, castle fortification, canyon wall. What is the, for your money, more interesting language in this quotation? Stands out to you. Seems like maybe there's more going on. Stunned into silence is interesting. Just as a concept, I don't know if that language would help us much, but the concept is definitely interesting, and we can think about some. Okay? What else?
The mechanical noises are strange.
They're strange, and we kind of got at that a little bit, but the strangeness is worth talking about. There's one more. They're awesome. Here's the reason you guys didn't pick that one. Somebody help me. Talk to me like I'm dumb. What does awesome mean?
Great.
Out of the ordinary.
Like amazing.
Yeah.
When you've used the word awesome before.
They use the word awesome in the Bible, and it's like
They do?
It's like a really bigger scale.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. Well, how do you guys don't use it the same way?
I mean,
Like, hey, you brought
we
hot
use it
dogs.
casually.
Awesome. Yeah, it's the same thing, right?
Wait,
I'm being sarcastic. What?
So wait, are we saying like Pod's using awesome in like the bigger sense, like
Yes.
not just the casual, like, oh, that's pretty cool?
Yeah. Well, because that's how we use it. Oh, dude, you brought an extra cup. That's awesome. No, the root.
No, you didn't like dumbfounded.
The root of awesome is awe. To be in awe of something.
Is that where awesome comes from?
Yes. Look, related sidebar. A sort of synonym for awesome is incredible, right? Do you guys know what the root of incredible is? Credible.
Oh.
What does it mean if something is credible?
Wait.
It's like, yeah.
You believe it. It has credibility. So if you're saying it's something incredible, you're saying you don't believe it. It's so crazy you don't believe it. That's what incredible means.
Is that like why
That's pretty
incredible, like the movie? Like there's like stretching people?
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, kind of. But listen, my point is, words, some words over time get watered down. Incredible is one of them, right? Awesome is another one.
Well,
Yes, ma'am.
I feel like this isn't like really based in the book, but I feel like it's kind of weird that awesome has been like watered down basically. Like people use it a lot more casually.
Sure.
But awe isn't. Like when you say awe, like people don't say like, oh, I'm in awe of that. Like when you use the word awe, it's like I'm standing in awe of this. Like I'm looking at this, it's like, wow, I've never.
Yeah. Well, I think because it's the root. First off, so I guess it's harder to bastardize. But it's like, in that it's closer to the truer meaning. And also you're just not awed, like truly, very often. I wouldn't think, right? Why would that be, by the way? Why don't we get awed all the time.
Because we're used to everything.
That'd be part of it.
And our life's kind of just like the same, like every day. I mean, different.
It's hard to be in awe of the thing you encounter all the time, is kind of what you guys are saying. Right? Have you guys ever, this is an honest question, weird question. Have you ever been awed by a thing? Like stunned into silence, he says?
Yeah.
Can anybody want to share? We just need an example. It was a,
Like, I went to Greece and I saw the Pantheon, and that was pretty amazing.
that really got to you, actually?
Yeah.
That's cool. No, like I think I've mentioned this to some of you. I don't have that gene. What, architecture or sculpture or
Well, it's like,
it doesn't do anything to me.
well, like to me, it's like at first it was like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool, and then I like thought about it for a second, and I was like,
Like just the age of it or something.
just like the fact that they were able to do that with like so little technology.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only thing that might get me is the idea that X amount of, like thousands and thousands of years ago, dudes would have like walked around there, mostly dudes, let's be fair, women's rights didn't exist, but like would have walked around there doing stuff.
It
Do
was been a long.
you know what I'm saying? Which is crazy to me. But I don't know. Yeah, it didn't hit me the same way. But that's another thing too. Awe is very specific, like individual, you know?
Like, you don't just say, like, it's like,
Well, I
oh,
also
that's,
like
sorry.
I also like Greek like history a lot.
No, I think that stuff's cool, but yeah, I'm not like awed. What's up, Lorraine?
But like when you're saying something's awesome, kind of like you said, awe is a lot more specific. Like if you're like, okay, what's the time you thought something was awesome? It's like, oh well, this is cool. Like you can be a lot more vague about it, but when it comes to awe, it's more specific. Like when it's like having in awe, it's like, oh well, there was this moment when this happened.
Yeah. No, mine. A lot of mine are like centered around my boys. You know, like I know, and it's like really cheesy, but like it's something like that. You know, it changes you in some way. Huh?
Elaborate.
Well, here's the point. Here's the point, real quick. Philip, what's up?
Oh, I was from Pantheon, and I feel like you normally like architecture and refreshments, but when you actually see it and like actually like compare something.
That could be part of it. I've never been, to
Like
be
when
fair.
you're up on like the hills of it, it's
Sure.
like you can see like
Or even just like looking at them going pretty.
All right, last thing we got to say. I'm down with that. I would like to go at some point. So the point here, guys, because it kind of ties into what we were talking about previously, and like that earlier quotation. This is another largeness. This is another like big thing that you can't know. But what's interesting is he doesn't even realize that until he meets it. And meeting the unknown in this moment, he's struck by it. There's probably more to say about that, but people are going to lunch now, so we should go. Everybody say bye to Riley.
T-Pain is